כל השנה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא בעזרת השם. We're learning the Mitzvoth Deoraita. We are holding by Chet Tammuz, Tuesday, third day of the week of Parashat Chukat Balak in Eretz HaKodesh B'ezrat Hashem, where we're heading right after the Shur. It's actually Parashat Balak only, and today this is the Shabbat we're making Shalom. Usually there's sometimes when we have a discrepancy, when you have a Yom Tov, we have a second day Yom Tov on Shabbat. In Eretz HaKodesh, they're already reading the next parasha. We're still reading the previous parasha. So this week we're actually catching up with Eretz HaKodesh. We're reading in America Chukat Balak. In Israel, they're reading Balak because they already read Chukat last week. All right. So Bezrat Hashem, that's what we'll be discussing today. It's an Isur of prohibition of 471 of eating flying insects. But amongst there's Chagavim. There's going to be some grasshoppers that will be that's Tameh. Some of it, as we know already, there are 4 types of grasshoppers who are not tameh, right? So that's where America and the whole world today is jumping on this bandwagon. Well, crickets, are crickets had grasshoppers or not? If you take a look, like those crickets that they're talking about, it's actually could be good grasshoppers. Maybe those grasshoppers we shouldn't go so crazy. Maybe they are kasher. We'll see. I don't know. Now that's 471. 472 will be prohibition. Lechol basar behema v'chaya ov shemetu. All dead meat you're not allowed to eat. What's going on? What is going on here? All meat is dead before we eat it. You sure hope so, right? You'd be surprised, right?
It could ruin your whole day.
It could ruin your whole day. Nah, you'd be surprised. There are barbarians who actually eat from live animals. Yeah. Anyway, Shem Rachem Aleinu. We shouldn't know such things. Anyway, the Shuur is Bezrat Hashem sponsored. Lulu Nishbat, Sharon. No? Lulu Nishbat? What? Yosef ben Naomi. Yechiam ben Yosef ben Naomi. Rabbi Yaakov, Moshe, who is that? No Nishmat. Aaron ben Abba. Aaron ben Moshe. No Nishmat was gone. Emil. File. Emil ben Yaakov וגולדה. בעזרת השם להבדיל בין המתים לחיים, בעזרת השם לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל, בכללם לחיה בת לאה, יוסף חיים בן מפרת, יוסף בן מרים, משה בן מרים לידיה, ליבי בן רחלי, ליאור בן אהובה וגם יעקב בן רחל, רפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל. Let's go. Let's start. 471. There is a prohibition to eat tameh חגב, כגון שלא לאכול שרץ העוף, כגון הזבובים והדבורים והרצאות וזולותן ממינים אלו. So you have all types of flying insects, right? You have bees, flies, all those things that are flying midoraita. There's actually 6 prohibitions in the Torah. A person. No, I understand. Maybe you'll come to my shiur there. Ramosh, you come to my shiur in Eretz HaKodesh. It's like he's leaving tomorrow. You might be even getting close, faster than me. My flight is 18 hours with a stopover the whole Zach. What do you think? I could afford the. My daughter tells me, "Tal, we're going in the first class." Whatever, you're stopping in Atlanta. The whole Zach over there. My wife found the best tickets. Okay, anyway, so maybe he's gonna get there first. You know those 6-hour flights they used to be? Continental used to be? 6-hour flight to Israel from New Jersey. You didn't know about that?
6-hour flight.
Continental, no? What was it? It was like a speed. Concorde, yeah. It was like, you go, 6 hours, yeah. It was a jet, yeah. Okay? Yeah, and it was very expensive. There are 6 ilavim, 6 prohibitions. So let's say you're eating a meal. Will be very common people who eat in the outside of the yard, in the backyard, making all big barbecues, the whole thing very dangerous. Preferably you have some kind of repellent. If you don't, those flies, the small flies, they by the shish kebab, they go into the meat by mistake and they die right there, right? No, if it's still intact fully, even billion pounds of meat will not be sufficient. If it's beria, it's called something beria that you had mamash a small thing, as long as it's shalem, if it's not ripped into pieces. The shishim, what you're talking about, The one that's 60, it's sliced pieces. Let's say you have ants and you want to eat ants, and if you ate 30 grams of ants that are sliced, that will be asur. Right? That what's the name? Even I don't know if it's going to be the choira. Yeah, if you eat by itself, you're saying 30 grams of, let's say 30 grams or 100 grams of ants mixed up with a lot of meat. No, you take off the fly. What do you mean? Right. Yeah. If it went in, then that's it. Yeah. No, I don't know if you throw it away. You could wash off every steak. What's the problem?
The point is, sometimes you're very good that normally
barbecue. Yeah, wash off every steak. What's the problem? You don't know how to wash your steak? I'll teach you what's good. Put it under a sink and you wash it off. What's that? What? I don't understand. What's the problem? You never. What happens if the steak falls down? I don't understand what you do. You say, "Oh, that's it, halas." You wash it off. Again, it doesn't matter. Steak is a steak. It's a $40 piece. So, you know, the 2 pounds of caja. What? But let's say we're not talking about that. The problem was sitting by the table now already. They're flying all over and this and that. And more than that, what is that thing that here in Florida is crazy? Those mites crawling everywhere. Literally. There's little mites right here by the sink you go. You see them all over. What is that? Nets, whatever. They don't fly. Small little chachkas. That's a very dangerous thing. They go everywhere, like everywhere. Everywhere. Like right now, when I make myself coffee, when I make a coffee right here, what do? I blow at the straw in and out. I check it out. Because they're all over it. And I make it to my coffee, that's it. But yeah, for that I'll be chayav 5 times. Malkut. This we're talking about a flying insect, you get 6 malkut. 6 times 39. Okay, we're talking about 234 lashes that a person deserves from eating one of those insect flying. Right? Now, the most common flies, those are in romaine lettuce. The flies are inside, so they get inside the stock. You're buying it from Dole or whatever you're buying it, there's pieces there. And you know, sometimes, very careful. Those things are very, very dangerous. Okay, we didn't, so now, so he says, we discussed this mitzvah already in mitzvah 157. נשארו כל שאר העופות בחזקת היתר, וצריך הכתוב לאסור שרץ העוף להודיענו שאינו מכרה למותרים. So now, like this. We have to understand, in the Torah, according to the Torah, people don't understand that 99.9999999% of all birds are kosher. You heard what I said? 99.9999999 of all birds are kosher. There are only 24 birds the Torah says are asur for us. Only those 24 birds. You know how many species of birds there are? Millions. Different species. 24 of them are Sodoraita. The problem is now, where does the problem comes in? The problem comes in is how you learn the Gemarot. Some say like this, some say like that. Some say you need a masoret to eat. In order to eat a bird, you have to know that there is actually somebody that our forefathers ate from it. So that's one shita. Another shita says, no, what are you talking about? The masoret is not to eat. For instance, if you take a look at the Gemara, very strange Gemara. The Gemara says, we are allowed to eat chicken because of the masoret. So everybody looks, oh, masoret, that's a sign. Masoret means predecessors ate. So the predecessors ate chicken, we could eat chicken. People don't understand, they're not learning the Gemara right. According to the other opinion, says, what are you talking about? The Torah tells us something very strange. What is a kosher bird? What is a not a kosher bird? So one thing is, one of the definitions of a not kosher bird, a bird of prey. A bird of prey is defined as a non-kosher bird. One of the simanim. You know what a chicken is? You ever know what the chicken is? The chicken eat people, you know that? You throw a piece of meat of a dead person, the chicken will eat the dead person. So that's the machlok. The Gemara says, chicken eat their own dead. They'll eat chicken, they'll eat in person. The Gemara says that one time there was a case where a rooster killed a baby. Chopped him in the head and killed him, ate his brain. Okay? Chicken, so the Gemara says that we have a masorah to eat chicken. So you might think, from one side you learn that, hey, you see that you have to have predecessors ate from it. There's a whole big discussion in America. Before the Jewish came to America, they didn't know what turkey was. They never saw turkey in their lives. Came to America, the Europeans probably, because I don't know, we grew up in Asia, there's plenty of turkey. This guy's never know what turkey is. Okay, they come to America. The whole big discussion now: can you eat turkey or not? Till today, you'll have some shurim of some genius rabbi who was going to tell you why not to eat turkey. And in the end, he'll tell you, okay, it's okay because we're already eating it. But there's no Masorah they're calling. They're claiming that, so it depends how you learn this language. The language is their predecessors allowed it, or the predecessors they had a problem. Like here, the chicken. The Gemara is clearly saying the chicken you need to have a predecessor's eating for it. So literally, if I was a posek in the time of the Gemara or in the time of Shulchan Aruch, I would say chicken is asur to eat. According to why? Why? Because the chicken is a bird of prey. It eats its own. It kills its own. That's what you think. That's what you think.
כשגידל חיה לבדות את עצמו, even when you're 30 years old, you make the shura.
Okay.
You live yourself. Not one Kohen.
Okay. So, no. Right. Again, but there's 24 only birds that do that. The 24 birds. You want to tell me right now? There's so many wild birds that do that. You throw things that they catch, so they all asur. Again, but there's only 24 that's not kosher. No, it's not true. I'm telling you that many birds catch in the air. They catch. That's their food. That's all the birds do that. How do you think they eat? How do you think they eat insects? They catch them in the air. Right? Every bird can catch a fly, catch a this. They eat them, right? So that's it. They're all asur. There's only 24 that's asur. That's it. Let's start from there. So only 24 that's asur. The rest. So that's the question: how you learn the Gemara. Okay. Anyway, that's for a different subject. I'm not here to say chicken is not allowed to be eaten. I'm just saying, if I was there, I would say, hello. There's a question. So the Gemara says it's Masorah. We eat because of the Masorah. So now, still, regardless how you learn the tradition, either the way I'm representing it, that it's not allowed, because even though it's a bird of prey, you could still eat it because our forefathers ate it. Or you say, no, it's meaning that we could only eat birds that our forefathers ate. So it's either way you learn it, it's still the question of a heter, and that's what we do. Now, so the Torah over here, so he's asking a question. I already spoke to you about birds. Now, why are we talking about birds? Thank you. Why are we talking about birds again? It indicate you there is other insects that are flying. That's asur, and that's the isur. 471 is specifically talking about any insect that's flying, and it's not a bird. And obviously, we're not talking about eating beetles or eating bees. The honey bees or all those things that are asur. So the question is now, many discuss how come honey is allowed from honeybees, right? We have a rule. Anything that came out of the asur, it's asur. Anything that came out of mutar. So yeah, what?
It has a little sac. The honey's
good, beautiful. That's what they say. So they say that actually, in actuality, the honey is not it's not a birth. It's not a baby of the bee. What we need when we say anything that comes out of asur has to be born from it. Honey is just a transporter. The honeybee is a transporter. He takes pollen, whatever. He takes pollen from the flower, puts it in his sac, and it transports it from here to there.
So it makes it in the stomach.
It doesn't make it in the stomach.
In the sack.
Right, that sack is a transporter. He took from here and he puts it in the sack as a carrier, and then he puts it in the place wherever they gather storage.
He's an Uber.
He's an Uber driver. All he does is he collects from here, puts it there. So we're not eating honey from a bee. We're actually eating honey from the plant. The bird knows this bee knows how to do it. Okay, we don't know how to do it. Oh, by the way, in Israel today, there's a fake company. They created the exact same replica, they say. Exactly the same replica. You can't tell the difference, they say. Anything you can't tell the difference is only because you are limiting yourself to it. If you really want to catch the difference, there is a difference. If you want to catch the difference. Rabbi Victor Miller used to say, there's beautiful scientists that they can't even make a piece of flower, they can't make even a leaf from a tree. You take a leaf of a tree and you under microscope, billions of channels, billions of highways on a little leaf, green leaf. You take a green leaf, whatever looks to you like a flat surface, right, has billions of channels. If you thought there's one, let's say one in the center one, you take a microscope a little bit closer look. That thing has a lot of channels going into it. It's like never ending. It's never ending. And this guy's gonna tell me that they know how to make honey. Now they make meat. They make a fake meat and they could print for you the meat, right? Well, by the way, the meat that they print from is material for meat. These guys are amazing. These fakers, the world is so crazy. Now, what happens is, Rabbi says, mitzvah, 1 second. What's the purpose of this mitzvah? באיסור המאכלות כתבתי מה שעלה במחשבתי, בסדר, עם כסף ותרווה, באיסור טרפה בסימן, וככה משם, okay? So mitzvah 73 discusses all the rules that we said we already discussed, why we're to refrain from trefa. Okay, trefa, many chachamim will teach you that trefa is metaref et dato. Trefa means ripped up your mind, it's making your mind unstable. And all those things that we are consuming obviously go straight to our minds, straight to our souls, our hearts, and makes us unstable. That we stay away from such a thing. Okay, now what happened was you took those bees, honeybees, and you grinded them. We know that little bee, when a baby that just came out, and you eat it, you already have 6 lashes. But let's say you grinded them, they're all grinded. It has to be 27 grams. And like Sharon said, it has to be not between 60 or something else. If the 60 is something else that's kosher, and you have 60 times the amount of the bees that you grinded, that would be okay. That would not be isur doraita. You don't have to, throw out the food. But if you could actually extract it somehow, if you let's say honey, you threw what's his name, grinded bees into milk, a cup of milk. Obviously, a cup of milk has more than 60, even more than 60 times more of the bees, right? And they grind it. So you can't say, I'm going to drink it. No, sift it. Milk you could sift, all right? Unless it is grinded so much that it's almost like liquid. Then would be hard to get. And then you'll go with the measurement of 60. The whole point of many people don't understand. The whole point of 60 times the amount of the isur is only when you can't extract it. But if you could actually extract it, doesn't work the extraction like a piece of steak. If you know that there's a fly went into the steak, even let's say the steak is with all the barbecue and all those things now, and that fly is inside, soaking inside the barbecue, and you know for a fact it's there, you can't say, oh, I didn't see the fly for sure is already dead and all those things. You can't make those cheshbonot. You have to wash up the steak. Take off the barbecue. What are you going to do? It's not a problem. It's a big problem. It's okay. Now, so the person who eats all those things, he is actually obligated to get lashed, and we already explained that anything that's flying, it's 6 times. How many? What's the difference in insects? I told you already. You remember? In insects, how many lashes times the lashes the person gets by eating insects? No.
39.
39 for each lashes. That's the halakha. But how many times 39?
3.
There's three categories, right? 3. So one we said already is 6 just now. The flying. What else? Creepy crawlers. Scorpion. Somebody eats a scorpion or a snake. No, snake. Yeah, snake could be 39 lashes. I don't know if it's an insect. Let's say a worm. A worm that are creepy crawlers on the surface of the earth. All those are actually 60, 5 times. So let's say you're eating an apple. and you ate up an apple, and then you found out that there was actually a worm in there. So for each worm, and you got a warning, you didn't care. Again, this is all with a warning. You didn't listen to the warning. You ate an apple with a worm in it. 1 worm, you get 5 times 39. Anything that's crawling on earth, it's 5. So again, flying it's 6, crawling on earth it's 5. What about in a water insect? Water creatures, the creatures, or the creepy crawlers of the water, which are not mammals or let's say it's not tuna fish or not a shark or something, not big animals, small creatures. Shrimps, yeah. I don't know if crabs and shrimps are insects. Are they called insects?
The insects of the ocean?
The sea creatures.
Maybe. The Rob is here. Robert Button. Okay. So we have to ask him, is a crab, I don't know if crab considered to be insect. Mr. Shrimps maybe. Small creatures, huh?
I think it'll fall like
a clam, which is a shell.
Yeah, but Rebbe, the insects, the water insects that we consider to be 4 times malkut, it has crab is one of those.
crab, shrimp.
Shrimp, crab, or it's like a shark.
I never thought about it, but you know what? They probably are those also.
They probably what?
They probably are those.
4 times?
But no, yeah, but I have to look at it.
Why not a shark? Like a shark? I would say it's I would say an insect. I don't know. Can you call a crab an insect?
Bottom feeders.
No, the problem is the perspective of the Torah is about, for example, sherrits.
Yeah.
These sherrits are sherrits.
But eating a lizard or a snake, it's 1 time lashes. It's not 5.
I'm saying I don't know. I have to look. I have to look at it. Good question.
All right. Bezrat Hashem, we'll consider. We'll do, again, but there's 3 categories. Like you know what you said. There's 4 lashes for water creatures, 5 land creatures, and 6 flying creatures. Okay. Mitzvah number 472. שלא לאכול מבשר בהמה וחיה עוף שמתו מעליהם. You have creatures that died on their own or were killed by the goyim, like you go to Publix and they sell you the meat. People eat that. That's a dead animal. Even though they did whatever they did, that's not called shchita. There's a concept. We have to differentiate. Shchita means a shochet went ahead and checked it. Now, even if it later on to find out that this animal was not healthy, it would be called trefa. It would not be called what's his name? It changes the status from shchita to trefa, but it doesn't become nevela. Right now we're discussing specifically nevela. Nevela in the Torah means a dead animal, specifically died by its own or by what's his name? Whatever the reasons are, but it's not. It was not checked. שלא לאכול מבשר בהמה חיה ועוף שמתו מעליהן. Animal that died on its own, you're prohibited to eat. ועל זה נאמר, it says over there, דברים, chapter 14:21, לא תאכלו כל נבלה לגר אשר בשעריך תננה ואכלה או בכור הנוכרי. So you have, what happens is you walk outside your house, you have a big barn, and the cow is dead. What do you do with it? So Torah says you're not allowed to eat the cow. What are you allowed to do with this cow? You're allowed to sell it to a goy. You're allowed to sell it to a goy. Let him, they have no problem with that. I already explained to you the mitzvah obligation of doing shchita in mitzvah number 451. Here, 471 is a prohibition of eating nevilot, and 451 is telling you to eat shchita. הכלל שאמרו זיכרונם לברכה, our sages told us, דכל שנפסלה בשחיטה תקרא גם כן נבלה. So even though we have a concept of calling an animal shchita, meaning it was shechted properly, but then we found that it's not kosher shechting, meaning the knife was not kosher. The bodek came and he checks the knife. The knife has a little crevice in it or something, a little nick. Now that it becomes nevila. It's also considered to be nevila. Okay. Okay, now there is a difference of tumah from an animal that is nevela, that was killed without kosher means, and then I guess and then there could be in reference to a tumah, that it actually gives tumah to an individual who touches it. So it looks like the trefa has a different rules. So that's the difference. So I already explained to you in mitzvah number 73 what are we talking about in reference to we're talking about in reference to eating trefot. Because we said already, putting that things that will make trefa or nevela will defile your mind and defile your soul. As I said, just told us over there in Avodah Zarah, page 67, עמוד ב', שנבלה הראויה לגר היא קרויה נבלה ויש חיוב באכילתה. Okay, so the Torah, whatever the Torah tells, the Gemara over there discusses in reference to what is considered to be a nevela, this dead animal, that if anybody could eat it, that if there's going to be a prohibition from a person, will have to be will endure punishment from eating it. אבל נבלה שאין ראויה לגר, כלומר נבלה מצרחת, אין חיוב באכילתה. So the concept is like this: something that you could feed a human being, you ate from it, from that you'll get lashed. But something that is not befitting to be eaten by a human being, and you ate from it, you don't get lashed. That's the concept. ובפני זה העריך הכתוב לומר, לגר תתננה ללמד זה, שאם לא כן, אין צורך ללמדנו למי נתן מה שיש בנו. The Gemara discusses over there why the Torah tells us you should give it to a ger, to a stranger. Why do you? It's not talking about a Jewish ger. It's not a stranger. It's talking about a goy that lives in your country who's keeping 7 mitzvot with Noah, and you could give it to them to eat the nevilah.
He's allowed to eat whatever he wants.
Right. He only has 7 mitzvot. But ger means over there a resident, a temporary resident, meaning it doesn't. We're not talking about a ger who accepted on himself the yoke of Torah. Okay, there. But you see, the concept is the Torah tells us you should give it to him to teach you, to indicate to you that if an individual ate from the meat which was not edible by a human being, which today probably most people are, all the poison they put in them, it shouldn't be consumed by humans, but whatever. Of course, the Torah tells you that you are allowed to have benefit from selling this non-kosher meat. What are you going to do? You have a cow that's dead. What are you going to just throw it out? It's a lot. Like right now, they had this thing. I'm afraid that YouTube is going to censor me. They killed those cows. You know the 10,000 cows. They're killing cows in farms right now, poisoning them with shots. Every cow. There was a whole story a few months ago. 10,000 cows just laying in the farms, and they were all what's his name? They all got a shot, and they all had a heart attack. All had a heart attack. The cows had a heart attack. Talking about those huge. How they were? You didn't see those pictures with the what's his name? They were lifting them with forklifts. Yeah, get rid of them. Okay, but whatever. I'm sure they didn't just throw them. They used the meat for something. So over there the Torah tells us you're allowed to use this dead animals for profit, for benefit. What's the purpose of repeating it here? Omar, thank you very much. So to teach you that if it's to teach you specifically if this meat no longer is beneficial for a human being to consume, there will be what's the name? You will not. If a person did eat from it, he will not have those lashes. Okay, it says like this, Rabbi. The prohibition of eating nevilah, eating a dead animal, is everywhere in the world. But it doesn't matter, boys or girls. Over there, a person who ate with a warning of 30 grams, it's is not as severely as insects. So why are you going to say, why insects? I don't understand, Rabbi. I took a camel meat and I ate, or I took a cow that was dead and I ate, and I ate a whole steak. I enjoyed myself. How much? I had a sustenance. I only get 39 lashes for it? Okay, first of all, every kazayit. If the Eidim witnesses gave you a warning every 30 grams and you still ate, so for every warning you get lashed. But yes, technically speaking, a person could have a steak, a 5-pound steak, of the nevilah, bought it from Publix, and eat it the whole day, right? He will get only 1 lashes. But Rahman al-Islam, we discussed if you, by mistake, eating a barbecue, and inside of your barbecue fell a fly, and that fly fell into your mouth, and I guess you get a warning because somebody stole the fly, and you said, I don't care, and you ate, and it was discovered that you were the one who ate that steak with the fly, Chayav 234 lashes. The fly didn't give you anything. I don't understand, Rabbi. I ate the kosher steak. The steak was 100% Bet Yosef, the hashgacha of the hashgachot. I got the best. Rabbi Yosef was there himself, shechting, yeah? But the fly is a problem, and you get 234 lashes, but by eating a non-kosher steak, you only get 39 lashes. All right, again, the severity, according to the Torah, that's what you're supposed to stay away from, the non-kosher products. Hatzlacha Rabbah. Bezrat Hashem will continue right now in Halacha.